welcome to my living room. For this vlog, I thought I'd keep it real. I kind of miss doing vlogs for you guys, but what is happening now is that I'm taking 3 days off to reset because I have had quite a tough weeks. I had been wrapping up my previous project. There is a risk that we might go on phase 2, which I don't mind, but I just need that mental break. I also need to work on something very intense for a week or so for a new client, and I'm just overall tired and run down because I had a couple of health scares. I chipped my tooth yesterday, so yeah. So what I'm doing now is that I have a hair mask on because I just washed my hair, and then I'm having dinner. I'm preparing my dinner over there. I'm gonna have this humongous task of putting this thing together. I don't shy away from doing any flat packs, but these screws are very, very soft, and every time that I try to screw them, they just melt away. So I can't use an electric screwdriver, and this one is also too hard for it. So I'm going to do my best and try to still assemble it. The worst case is going to be that I cannot assemble it, and in which case I might need to just toss it, and I don't want to do that because I paid a lot for this, and it's their fault for not including the right screws. At the same time, it's not something where I just can call the company to assemble it because it's not IKEA. They don't offer that service. So I'm still going to try to assemble it. I'm extremely tired, so I'm going to have a very, very hearty dinner. These 3 days will also be days where I eat very good food, where I take care of myself, where I sit down and just, as we say in Moroccan, which is just enjoy the silence and not looking at videos or anything like that. So it starts tonight, but I will vlog a little bit more tomorrow. I just came back from my GP. This is where I left things yesterday as I was doing my furniture. My kitchen is a mess. I'm gonna clean it tomorrow. I can't be bothered today. But I just went to my GP, gave her a small life update about everything because I had quite a few things happening, including I had as I mentioned in my previous video, maybe not, I don't know. I had a little health scare. Oh my god. I had a little health scare, so I just needed to like get on with this. My room is also a mess. I'm going to organize that later. But yeah, so I went to the GP. I usually go with a few topics, and then I tell her what I have been up to, etc., etc. I informed her that I'm going to have a small surgery. It's benign, don't worry, nothing scary going on. And I went to Dalesford, my favorite shop, and got a few groceries. So I have a banana seed muffin that I'm going to have this afternoon. At some point I'm going to have to start thinking about what I want to do for my dinner party because I am organizing a dinner. And it's just a Moroccan dinner. I did that already a couple of months ago. Went really like a charm, except for one incident where one of the guests insisted on drinking his wine, and he brought it and he ended up drinking a bit of it, and I'm stuck with this bottle for 2 months because I don't drink that. But he kept saying it was expensive wine. So I'm hoping to give it to somebody. I'm not sure whether if you can keep wine for months and then give it to someone, but we'll see. But anyway, so that's my milk. And I'm gonna need to plan what I'm gonna do for my Moroccan dinner. And so I usually have this little book where whenever I organize something big like that, I like to, you know, plan in it. So I'm gonna just take it over there. I have this yogurt, and I'm gonna have a little bit of granola. I've been having tonsil stones for over a week, which it's not painful, it's just very not enjoyable. It makes my breath smell horrible, and I was never one to have halitosis, so I'm just gonna have to gargle with some lemon hot water, because I've gargled with salt water, it didn't really work. So I'm gonna have breakfast. I'm gonna make a herbal tea, finish building this thing that I've been building since yesterday, and then I'm gonna go to Harley Street for a doctor's appointment, because in a month I'm going to have a surgery on my left foot for bunions, and then I'm going to have another one in spring, in April. I'm spacing them because I don't want to not be able to walk at all, and also because this thing is very expensive, so I need to save for it. So I'll let you know the update later on. In the meantime, I'm gonna have to do my face morning routine, because I hadn't even washed my face. I only did my hair very quickly. That took 5 minutes, because it's not really, I only did a braid here, and then a bun. But yeah. I'm just back from the doctor's at Harley Street. They ended up taking blood samples, which I wasn't ready for, so I'm very pale and tired and dizzy. She tried 2 locations here and 1 location on this arm, sadly she started with my left arm, which is the wonkiest. It's always been a challenge for me to get blood drawn, but today was unbelievably painful. I think it's the most pain I have ever been in. And I think it's a combination of me having very fine veins. I think the person may have been inexperienced, but also I don't have any liquids in me, I guess. Enough liquids. So I'm going to drink some water. Though I've been sipping tea, so I don't know. I'm going to drink some water. I put a lasagna in the oven. I'm going to lay down for 45 minutes and then get up, eat, empty the dishwasher, finally finish this thing that I've been building forever, and we'll see how we take the rest of the day. But I'm just going to take it very easy because I'm extremely tired from that blood being drawn. I don't usually faint, but I'm just tired. Yeah, I'm gonna do my nails also because they're super ratchet. All these bars are done the right way. This one is installed backwards. How interesting. So now I have to unscrew this one and try to reinstall it the other way. So let's do that. Alright, so I have finally installed it. I will call it a day. That's what it looks like. I think it fits very well with my floor, and it kind of also matches the entryway stuff, so that's actually good. What I will do tomorrow is that I will take this rug and flip it this way so that it kind of delimits the area in my living room, and then I might push this by a few centimeters over there. Then I'm gonna clean up a little bit, and then I'm gonna try to make this thing an area by itself. So it's gonna have that thing, it's gonna have the table. I will see what other touches I can have. I'm actually happy that I have this right now because I don't have a cutlery drawer, so I can store quite a few things that I don't use quite often in here. And I might probably get some drawer liners or something like that. Yeah, it's quite a bit of storage, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'll also probably transfer some of my... Actually, now that I think of it, this can also function as a mini desk. I also just noticed right now that I could use this as a mini desk because I could be sat here working on my computer and then have things on top here, and then have my pens and stationery. So it's quite an interesting nook, actually, now that I think of it. I will not use this as a desk, at least not for now. I'm very tired. I know it looks like it's nothing, but this is solid wood, and I had to do all of it with this. So I had been drilling quite a bit. I have some sores, etc. But I have done it, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not gonna do anything more today because I'm really tired. I got all these things from trying to get blood earlier. It was pretty traumatic. Still quite, let's say, tired and a bit weak. So I'm going to just chill, drink my tea, and I'll probably continue vlogging tomorrow. after I have cleaned up the house a little bit, but I'm just not gonna film a cleaning vlog. I do want to change the water for my flowers though, but I'm gonna just add some water for now, and then tomorrow morning I'll change the water and add some more flower food because I can't be bothered at this moment. So yeah, feeling quite accomplished. Now I just need to clean the trash and all that, but yeah. So it is night time. It's before 7, but it just is so dark. It gets dark around 4. I do feel much better versus before when I was just dying essentially. So this is what my shelf looks like. I really like that it's coming to life. I have already filled the second drawer where I think this is going to be just my correspondence drawer. I really enjoy the fact of having a place that has everything together. I had bought these, and I have a tendency to buy like these little wrappers and things like that, although I don't really do any gifting for Christmas. So it's a good thing that I actually have that in one place, so that when I see these things in the stores I don't buy them again. Then I have my correspondence cards, my inks, etc, etc. So I just love that everything fits in here, so that's really good. This is going to be for my party stuff, like when I entertain. I'm probably going to keep here things that I use for entertaining. I still don't know yet what I have, but I'm going to put everything in one spot. This I still don't know, and this first one, yeah, it's empty. I still don't know. I also was surveying my storage in my kitchen, and I did notice that I have quite a few spots that are a bit underused. So like this thing, I don't have much, so it's just a matter of reorganizing it. This is just my recycling. This thing takes up a lot of space. It's a very awkward shape, so I don't know what to do with it, but you know, it kind of uses this whole thing, which is actually the equivalent of a almost a suitcase. These, I think they will go in the entertaining drawers. These are just some very heavyweight napkins that I use only when I entertain. And then I also noticed that here I have a lot of space in the back there, so I just need to put things that I don't usually use way in the back. So I'm probably gonna do that sometime tomorrow if I have time. Same thing in here. I do think I have a lot of space and I could benefit from organizing this. Like when I look at it, it is quite big and very, very underused. So I definitely think I have potential to reduce my storage. Here is something that I just use for snacks, and I have one thing I did is I stopped my subscription to the Grace box because I noticed that the Grace boxes were piling up. They were arriving more than I would eat them, and so I would have ended up with this whole thing with just the snack boxes, and I noticed I don't go to it as much as I used to. For some reason I just don't feel like snacking on this stuff. I prefer muffins. I also noticed that this thing is not very optimally organized. It has few things that I never use, like extra light bulbs and things like that. I reckon all of these things can go into a box, and then I can just lock them somewhere in there because I never use them. Same thing for some tools. Again, this thing is not very well used. It's a good thing that I had these. I bought these a couple months ago. And I think that they're quite nice in that now I have something to store my cutlery in, but this bit bugs me because it's just always overflowing, so I'm gonna need to do something about it. This is fine. This, again, I feel like the top shelf is really underused, so I'm gonna have to organize that. I'm thinking of putting my what's this called, NutriBullet in there, because I never use my NutriBullet, so I might as well put it up there, and then whenever I need it I get it out. So definitely a lot of room for improvement. I have organized my under sink, so I have these little baskets where I have products and stuff, so I feel like it's much easier to just take a basket for the bathroom and take it to the bathroom and clean. This is for everything else around the house, and like everything fits, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, if I continue doing things like that, I think I should be on track to stop having my storage unit within a couple months or so. So I will not rush through this. I really want to take my time, and in the next vlog I will show you how my organization evolves, but I'm gonna take it over several weeks. I'm not going to let go of my storage yet because I do have quite a few boxes in there and a couple suitcases, but I like seeing how my apartment is coming together, so that will be my focus. This is my entryway. I think it looks a bit lighter now that I have less things. I used to have my little something I call mkhara. I don't know what is the name in English, but it's that thing over there. You use it to put some incense and things like that. I really like that in my entryway. But yeah, so I'm going to empty that a little bit more. Here, this is where I had my stationery, but now what I have put in it is the refills for my bag. So whenever I have my handbag and I think, oh, I need to grab something to put in it, I have these things. For instance, I noticed that I do buy a lot of these Kleenexes, so having them here means that I no longer have to buy a tissue on my way somewhere. I just need to go in here and see. This for now has random bits that are actually, so I have my passports, some my ID from Morocco, some travel money. It's not much, it's usually a few dollars worth in each, but yeah. And my sister recently gave me this bag because she was decluttering and she was going to donate this, but she asked me first whether I would like it. So I just got it yesterday and I'm going to start using it for work, so I started filling it out. Yeah, so that's it. This is just my trash, my recycling. So that is it. That's where I'm at. I'm going to leave the vlog at this today, and I will probably pause filming for a couple of days until I actually clean the house and everything, so you can see what the new vibe looks like. So I'll see you very soon on my channel. Take care.